I got a lot of questions on this greenhouse build, so this is a compilation video that I put together of every video I've made on it since day one. It's an unusual build. It's not likely to be something that you're going to be able to recreate, but you may be able to pick up a few ideas to use in your own project. It's time to start building this greenhouse. Right now I'm starting to get the greenhouse leveled out and squared up. Let me show you what I managed to scavenge for this project so far. I have these 4 big windows here. I've been breaking down some pallets that I'm going to use. I got this metal here that I'm going to use for siding down on the lower part. And I have these 6x6s here. They're in pretty decent shape. I'm going to use these as footers on the side walls where the windows are going to be. I got my 6x6 here. I want this to be flush with the outside wall because my framing will be inside these posts. So I need to make some marks and get these notched out around there. Got everything marked, I got my blade depth set, and I'm going to start cutting my notches. So there's that, just got to do one on each end now. It's done. Now same thing on the other side. So those are in. Now we got to put up some walls here. You can probably start to get an idea of exactly what I'm doing here now. I'm just going to mount this wood framing here to the metal frame, and I picked these wood to metal screws up today, so we'll see how they do. All right, see how these go. Not bad. Those wood to metal self-tapping screws work great. This is super sturdy. I'm going to go ahead and just get this whole section done, throw a window in there just to make sure this is going to work out the way I want it to. I'm super happy with this. I think this thing's going to turn out really cool. Now that I got this figured out, I should be able to fly through the rest of this. I'm going to get as much done as I can tonight. I didn't get enough 2x4s, but I should have this pretty much knocked out by the weekend. That's going to be it for today because I need to start cleaning up, but this is what I got done. Now that this side's pretty much done and I got everything figured out, the other side will go up pretty quickly. I got both the windows installed on this side. I got the trim boards up there. I got that channel for the metal siding that's going to go along the bottom here. So far all I've bought for this project is some 2x4s and some screws. I'm going to start getting my back wall framed up here. I don't really have a solid plan for this. I'm just going to start building and see how it goes. I'm using 2x3s here on the front and back walls since they're not supporting these heavy windows and everything. Saved a few bucks. I just cut 2 for each side here just to kind of bump this out flush with this steel frame. Then we'll just frame off our wall from inside that. So I got some bricks down here so that this isn't in direct contact with the ground so it doesn't rot out real fast. So this is done for now. I'm not going to get my studs in here yet because I want my siding to sit inside those studs, so I'm just going to wait till I have that. I do need to get this gable end framed up. But to hold this framing together, they have a nut welded on here, and then these wing nuts that you tighten down. I'm gonna have to cut all 4 of these nuts off of here so I can get my framing in there. I just cut this off with the Sawzall and threw a screw in there to hold them together. It's getting dark and I gotta start cleaning up, but this is done for now. I'm ready to start getting my siding up on here, and I'm gonna show you what all I got done here today. This wall is pretty much done. I just gotta get my metal siding down along the bottom there, but that goes in last. My back wall's ready for siding. I got all this in today, and this is also pretty much all trimmed out and ready to go. We have a door. I'm gonna get this hung and make sure it functions properly before I go ahead and finish it all up. Door fits good. Got to make a few minor adjustments in the hinges. Before everybody runs to the comments and tells me I hung my door backwards, I know. I fixed it. I'm done for the day. I did not get as much done as I wanted to. Again, I think I need to lower my expectations of what I can realistically achieve here in one day. Siding up, I got my side lights trimmed out, and I'm gonna get some benches built in this thing. Got my first workbench done. I'm gonna get it installed. That's in. This is a comfortable working height, and I'm still able to do in here and operate my windows. I can do one on the other side. Those are in. Now I'm going to get the tops of these covered with pallet wood. This side is done. That's it for now. I'll do the other side later. I'm going to get some plastic up on this thing and get some plants in here. I don't even need to put boards on this side. These wire shelves I had from an old greenhouse are perfect. The greenhouse is closed up and it finally has plants in it. I did not expect to get this far today. I'll show you what we got going on in there. So right now, we just got our two workbenches on each side. A lot of plants in here. I'm eventually going to put some more shelves in here, but for now this works. So all I really got left to do, I got a few pieces of trim here and there I got to throw up. I got to just get this door finished out, which I could actually do with it as it is there. So I could pick away at that. Then put the roof on, which isn't a big deal. Since the garden's in, we're gonna get back to work on the greenhouse today. I'm hoping to get this door done and maybe have some time to address some of these gaps and stuff from everything kind of shrinking and shifting here. The door is done, and I happen to have something in my garage that I think will be perfect for this. You can see here that a lot of gaps have opened up in these boards, and I can go through and adjust and replace all these, but I'm going to show you a little trick that's going to save me a lot of time with this coconut fiber rope. So I'm just going to use this to fill these gaps. And that's what that looks like. I actually kind of dig it. I think it goes with like the janky rustic look of everything else, and since this is natural fibers, you can just stain and seal this along with the wood. I'll probably just go behind this on the other side with some clear caulk, just kind of secure it in place. So all I really have left to do on this is obviously get my roof on, get my poly panels for my windows on the front and back, which is super easy. They'll just go in here, they'll sit flush with this, and I'll just caulk them into place. And then I'll just go through and fill some of my gaps and stuff. And then I'm gonna wait till next year to do my staining and everything. Finally getting back to work on my greenhouse. I've actually done a few things already that I wasn't able to record, but I got all the wood framing in for my roof panels, and I was gonna have some windows back in this gable end here, but I decided to close that up because I'm gonna put an exhaust vent in there. The poly panels I'm using are made by SunTough. If you're doing this, you wanna make sure you use panels that are approved for greenhouses, which these are. So I got this side of the roof up. I still got to get more screws in there, but I'm just figuring this out as I go. Picked up these Z-bars. They were super cheap, so I figured I'd use them to see if I could do like a finished edge around the roof, and so far it's working out pretty well. The roof panels are on, and I need to get a ridge cap up there now. Those were kind of expensive, so I figured I could probably make one myself. I have this scrap piece of metal here from a sheet of roofing metal that I used to make a raised bed, so I'm going to see what I can come up with. I got this bent. It's not perfect, but I'll get it up there and see what it looks like. That worked out all right. I'm cool with it. Now what I gotta do is replace the plastic in these front and back windows with the same panels that I used on the roof. Got one in, but it's getting dark and I've run out of pretty much all fasteners, so I'm gonna run out and get some supplies tomorrow, and hopefully I'll have this wrapped up by the end of the week. I made a lot of progress on the greenhouse in the last few days, so I'm gonna take you around and show you where we're at. On the front here, I got my poly panels in for my windows, ridge cap all finished off, and I replaced a few boards. The roof is 100% done. I got everything all closed up on the back, and my poly panels in here too. I used my cutoffs from the roof for these, so I had to just piece those two together. And I got my little bug hotel up there too. To use these panels as windows, I just went around the edges with flash screws and then ran a bead of clear caulk around everything. This is what the inside looks like. I'm eventually going to get a power vent in that gable end there and possibly a little heater. But I just got my roof all framed up here with tomato stakes from last year. All I really have left to do here is pressure wash it, get it stained. I'm going to rescreen the windows, and then there's a little stuff that I could just pick away at over time. I'm very happy with the way this is turning out. It's going to look really nice once I pressure wash it and stain it, and I'm going to be happy to be done with it. I have no power ran to my greenhouse, and I really need an exhaust fan. I already got my spot framed in for it on the inside here, so now I'm going to go to the outside and cut it out. I got some holes drilled in here. Now I'm going to get this cut out with the jigsaw. I got my solar panel mounted out here in the full sun. All right, let's turn this thing on. This is moving a surprising amount of air. For a small greenhouse like this thing is perfect. And this is pretty much the finished product of the greenhouse. I just finished getting it stained today. This is the front. And this is the back.